Hi, my name is Pavitar and I'm going to show you how to shoot in hockey. First things first, you need to have your non-dominant hand at the top of the stick, your dominant hand at the fore of the stick. That's the first rule to shoot a hockey puck. Okay, so the second step to shooting a hockey ball is basically the lunge. So first, you want to have your feet pointing diagonally towards the net, which you should always have. And then you want to have the ball right under your stick and your stick curved just a little bit. And then here's the third step. You have to lunge, and as you're lunging, you drag the ball with you, and you want to shoot. You want to release. And when you're releasing, you want to release like this, pointing towards your target. And you want to have your non-dominant hand secured tightly, so when you shoot, you don't shoot like this. You need to have both hands tightly gripped, mostly your non-dominant hand, so you don't shoot really far and wide. And you want to secure it, and you want to fire. Moving on to the third step. Okay, the third step is the release. And so far you learned your feet pointing diagonally towards the net, getting into that lunge, and you want to get ready to release the ball. And when you're releasing, both hands should be secure and tight. And when you're releasing, you should get a little flex on your stick. And not too much, otherwise you'll break your stick and you'll just shoot really low. So you want to have your in your position, your lunge, and you want to flick it. You're going to flick it. So you're going to have your stick curve, as I told you, and you're going to lunge and you're going to release. Your elbows should be pointing away, and your stick should be pointing where you want to shoot. Moving on to step 4. Okay, step 4 is the final step and the last step you will need to shoot a hockey ball. So for this, you have your 3 positions. Facing the net diagonally, your feet, your stick right under the ball, the lunge, and then the flick. This should teach you how to shoot a hockey ball, and I'm going to go over some of the injuries that might happen and some of the mistakes that might go wrong while shooting a hockey ball. Okay, an injury that might occur is when you're shooting, when you're in that lunge and you flex your stick, you might actually, if you hold it too tight and you're putting too much weight on the ground, you might snap your stick and you might fall. And usually you're having a helmet on, but usually it'll really hurt. Because from past experiences, from some of my hockey games, well, my first hockey game, I was getting ready to shoot in my position, everything correct, but I held the stick too hard, snapped my stick right through the fore of the stick, and I fell, and I got hurt on my elbow. It won't really hurt, but it's an injury that might occur, and it might cost you the game, because you might have to get a new stick and go to the bench, and meanwhile they're on a breakaway. So watch out for that. That's a really important injury. Another injury that might happen is, well, kind of injury and a step that you need to do that might prevent this injury is when you're coming up with the ball, you want to bring it up, and when you're getting into the position, make sure your head is up, because 1, you need to look at the net to shoot, and you don't want to just free fire. 2, you need to see if anybody's coming, because usually there's going to be a defender there, and if you're getting ready to shoot and they see you in the position, well, they're going to come charging at you, so you need to keep your head up just in case they're coming at you. And if they are, you need to either shoot quickly or you need to find a different way. Pass or take the shot. Okay, some common mistakes is 1, gripping the stick too tightly. and I already went over this, and it results in an injury, is gripping it too tight will break your stick and you'll fall on the ground and get injured. And the second thing is that you'll shoot too low. And that's one common mistake when it comes to shooting. The second common mistake is when the person is shooting, they're getting their stick a little too under. They're not curving it, they're keeping it high. So when they curve it high, they kind of do like a golf chip. And when you chip it and you try to flick it, it puts more pressure and you'll cause the ball to go really high up in the air and you'll miss the target by a distance. The third common mistake is not keeping your head up. Well, it's not really a mistake, but it's a thing that you need to remember, and you might result in an injury or the result in taking a bad shot, which will cost you to be on the bench. When you're shooting, you need to be in your position, and when you're ready to shoot, you need to keep your head up at all times. If you don't keep your head up, you'll either get hit or you'll take a bad shot. You don't want to take a bad shot. You want to get into the position when you think it's a good time. When there's not a defender and you can see the net. You can use the screen, but it's better when you have a clear chance and you can see the net. And when you see the net, you got to keep your head up and make sure you know where you're shooting. And when you're going to shoot, you need to look at where you're shooting, follow through the steps, and fire. Those are some of the common mistakes, and these are how to solve them. I'm going to use a soccer net just because it's going to be easier to demonstrate, but usually you would use this on a hockey net, and usually they sell hockey nets with like things on them for you to have shooting practice. So the first drill is just for demonstration, I put 2 cloths up, and basically you want to practice your shooting hitting these targets. It's kind of like a game, and see how many you can get. So you want to get in a position, and you want to feet pointing diagonally to the net, and you want to fire. And you should, okay, that was a little loud. You should hit the corner, and every day you should practice, and you'll get better and better, and soon enough you'll be able to put it up, roof them up at no time.